Back with the gun, you see. Yes, I don't know when I'm gonna stop this joke. Probably not soon. Probably not soon. Probably not. But today we are going to be talking about stuff. I think I'm gonna talk about stuff I like today. Particularly music. So, I am a very big rock person, personally. Let's get the muzzle in there. Let's get that muzzle in there. That gun, let's get that in there. When it comes to music, I really like rock, personally. My favorite bands, I would say, are Pink Floyd and the Beatles. Later Beatles more so. I like their later stuff because it's more experimental. Now, I say that very clear. I'm more of a rock person. That does not mean I'm strictly only rock. I made very clear with my yesterday video that I liked Neil Cicierega's mashup albums. And I would also like to talk about that I like one of his solo projects, his other solo project that he has, his other music project that he makes music under. Original music, not mashups, original. And you could argue the mashups are also original since they're very experimental and he does a lot with it. And yes, but fully original music. And that is Lemon Demon. And I love Lemon Demon. Lemon Demon is great. Highly recommend Lemon Demon. Another musician I like is a guy by the name of Will Wood. Highly recommend him too. The best I can explain him is he's very avant-garde, at least self-described. I think self-described avant pop or something like that. Feels very it feels, to me at least, very experimental. Almost like edgy music for people like me who like experimental stuff. You know, I've actually got to the point where I just really like different and experimental types of music. I've started to really listen to a lot of Pixies recently, and their album Doolittle is great. I love Doolittle, and also I'm a very big fan of I'm gonna name off some of my favorite albums real quick. Some of my favorite albums when it comes to, I'm only gonna name one album from some of my favorite bands. When it comes to Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here is probably my favorite album because of Shine On You Crazy Diamond. The Beatles, I like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club because it is a very experimental and I like that about it. Nirvana, Nevermind, because Nevermind has the most good songs off of it. Nevermind's a great album. I mean, if you haven't heard Nevermind, listen to it. I actually wasn't huge into Nirvana. I liked a few of their songs. And I started listening to more of their albums. I started listening through everything. I'm like, oh, actually, I like Nirvana quite a bit now. And with that, I would also say I like Foo Fighters a lot, too. And with Foo Fighters, the Foo Fighters... What album would that be? Was that... let me check something. Okay. When it comes to the Foo Fighters, there's one album in particular. I think it was their second album. And the one with Everlong and all that stuff, you know. Sorry. The Color and the Shape. That's their second album. It's, in my opinion, one of their better albums. And to this day, it's probably one of their best albums. There's some great tracks, like Everlong, Monkey Wrench, and the first track, Doll. I really like that one because it's somber, but also I like its slowness and somberness, but also I like it a lot. Doll is great. It's a very short track, too. Now, next off, I talked about Lemon Demon. Lemon Demon's early albums are very internet-y, but if you want a more palatable pop album, kind of. Lemon Demon's most recent album that came out, I think, in 2017. I may be incorrect. It's Lemon Demon, Neil Cicierega's most recent Lemon Demon album, which is Spirit Phone. And Spirit Phone is, I like Spirit Phone a lot. Let me check. Spirit Phone came out in 2016, actually. That was before Mouth Moods. Spirit Phone's a very good album. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Also, when it comes to other 90s rock hits, Weezer, Pinkerton. Yes, the album that everyone hated when it first came out, but over the years, it was, I guess, I think Pinkerton's a great album. I found it odd whenever I found out that it was hated when it first came out. And now it seems like most people herald it as one of their best albums. I really like the cover art for Pinkerton. It's very nice. It's very different from a lot of Weezer's other albums, because most of Weezer's albums have the 4 of them with a different color, you know. But another 90s rock band, one of my favorites actually, and a guy that I love, even his solo career, is Ben Folds, and his band, the Ben Folds 5. Piano rock, and oh boy do I love it. I love Ben Folds. Ben Folds is great. From Forever and Ever Amen to their first album, the unauthorized biography of Reinhold Messner. You know, Ben Folds 5 is a great band. Ben Folds' solo career I also like a lot. Their first album is Ben Folds 5. Whatever and Ever Amen is their second album. Great album. They have more of a compilation album of just random stuff. Naked baby photos. They're just like they're like potty mouth Billy Joel. Not really, but you get what I mean. Unauthorized biography of Reinhold Messner is great. I would highly recommend it, as well as their other 3, their albums. And they also had another album where they got together in 2012 called The Sound of Life and the Mind. Also a very nice album. Highly recommend it. Ben Folds' solo career is also very good because he's done music for movies, and that movie in particular is Over the Hedge. Great soundtracks. So I'm running short in time because my phone only has about a minute left to record. And I've talked quite a bit about music, and I've talked a bit about music I like. So for anyone who wants to talk about other stuff, wants to hear of other things tomorrow, wants me to talk about something tomorrow, just give me a word. Love you guys. I'm glad you guys heard me out on my music taste. Hope it wasn't too terrible. And I'll see you tomorrow.